Hi, I am Anna. I come from www.ntvforex.com. Market Turning Points Analysis http ntvforex.com News ID 2B8F53-817-2020 12:32:14 Current position of the market SPX Long-term trend NBSP. For now, the best guesstimate is that we are still in the bull market which started in 2009. SPX Intermediate Trend NBSP. We should be approaching an important high, with confirmation coming over the near term. Analysis of the short-term trend is done daily with the help of hourly charts. It is an important adjunct to the analysis of daily and weekly charts which discuss longer market trends. Top forming PMF target for near-term top NBSP 3365 3390 projection Met cycle cluster ahead NBSP 45 TD cycle 818, 26 day 825, 36 TD 831 Market analysis charts courtesy of QCharts SPX Tran daily charts NBSP over the short term. Tran outpaced SPX during the previous week, correctly projecting higher prices ahead, but it settled down to a match last week as we approach a nest of cycle lows which should cause the market to correct over the next couple of weeks. NBSP over the intermediate term, Tran is still lagging but has made up some of the lost ground. NBSP if this continues after this correction is over, it will point to higher prices for the market as a whole. NBSP SPX daily chart NBSP the inversion of the 40 WK cycle caused little price disturbance and SPX quickly resumed its uptrend. NBSP now, there are many signs that point to a top which will be followed by a reversal into the nest of collective cycle lows occurring over the next 2 or 3 weeks. NBSP first is the fact that the index has essentially met the projection determined by the accumulation pattern that formed above 3000 from mid to late June. NBSP the count produced on the point amp figure chart across that formation gave us a count to about 3390. NBSP last Wednesday, 3387.89 was achieved, followed by 2 days which managed to hold above the pink 9 DMA, ostensibly completing a minor top formation above the 3330 level on the PMF chart. NBSP by the end of the week, some negative divergence was showing on all 3 oscillators, with the ADS closing slightly negative. NBSP as we will see next, the hourly chart oscillators have given a sell signal and the declining hourly prices should soon be followed by the daily ones breaking below the 9 DMA. A price reversal which breaks below Tuesday's minor low of 3,326 would confirm the beginning of the anticipated correction which could easily extend to the 200 DMA which helped form the low of the previous short-term base around 3,000. NBSP SPX hourly chart from the low of the base discussed above to the high of the move, we have a perfect channel. NBSP the second phase of the larger channel consists of a smaller channel with the blue 50 HR MA running parallel to the bottom of that smaller channel. NBSP Friday's intraday low found support on that MA after giving a sell signal in all 3 oscillators. NBSP it is possible that support from the blue MA will hold a little longer and give us one more move to the top of the range and perhaps a little beyond. NBSP there does exist the potential for the index to rally to 3,430 based on a count taken at the March low before rolling over. NBSP but with the first cycle low ideally due on Tuesday, we may already have a high in place. NBSP whether we make one more minor high or start declining on Monday, a correction is a very high probability and it may already have started last week. NBSP UUP dollar ETF dollar USD chart not available from this data provider. NBSP a lot of technical damage was done in YAPA's steep correction, and it should take a little while to recover from such a decline. NBSP however, the index did meet a projection corresponding to the 93 level on the dollar and is most likely forming a base which should hold this level for some time. NBSP a rally back to the dashed line is not impossible. GDX gold miners after nearly tripling in price from its March low, GDX is finally correcting. NBSP this is a process which could take several weeks, but 45.78 is definitely not the end of the move. NBSP the large base formation should take the index much higher. Before it comes to the end of its run. NBSP. When the present correction is near completion, we will try to estimate the next target based on the PAMPF count that will have formed at the current level. PAS Pan American Silver Corp PAS has nearly quadrupled since its March low. NBSP. Its chart is nearly identical to that of GDX and, like the latter, it is undergoing a consolidation before resuming its uptrend. NBSP. It too has formed a large base which forecasts much higher prices. NBSP BNO US Brent Oil Fund BNO is likely to correct with the market and establish a bigger base. NBSP. A pullback which amounts to 1/3 or 1/2 of its rally from 6 is likely before the next uptrend. NBSP summary. NBSP SPX is on the verge of a correction for the reasons given above. NBSP afterwards, it should be ready to make another all-time high, perhaps by a good margin. NBSP at least, this is what various methodologies suggest. NBSP primary. Among these is the view of EWT technicians who see the March correction as the probable completion of the fourth wave of the bull market which started in 2009. Subscribe our channel to receive the news as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. If you want to read real-time news, text messages to MT5 Expert Advisors page at https://m.me/mt5.expert.advisors.